close. Got something for you, but keep it to yourself. I'm feeling curious, want to explore it. Nothing too serious. Forget the world for a minute. Before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it. Hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care about forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come on. Here with me, I want for you to go. No need to worry, there is no hurry to stay. We'll take it slow. This feeling's too intense. We can't.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
The NBA postseason is here!
Oh,
Yay! About time! Welcome, everybody. Happy to have you with us here on 2K Sports, as you can tell. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. Taking a look at the Rockets, as the #1 seed in the tough Western Conference, they enter this series with every expectation of asserting themselves and advancing to the semis. What we've all been waiting for, 16 hopeful clubs making it through the regular season tonight, round 1, game 1. Shaq, what changes, if any, will teams make now that they have reached the playoffs?
Well, maybe some adjustments based on matchups. Mostly stick with what you got here, Ernie.
Dance with the girl you brung, or that brung you. Dance
Right.
with the
Okay.
whatever. Isn't that the way they used
Yeah,
to say that?
that's the
And
way
don't
you
bring
used to say
sand
it.
to the Bahamas. All that stuff.
Don't bring sand to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Right.
Kenny, how about you?
Well, playoffs are generally require half-court offense. So you got to be able to play it and raise your intensity, and you don't bring sand to Miami either.
Well said. Right. Kevin.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We're live from Houston, where the crowd is on their feet. The playoff battle in the West starts off with a bang right here. Game 1. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. You look at the Rockets, they're the #1 seed. They'll be tough to handle, no doubt about it.
And while I expect them to win this game and potentially win big, this is a team that really plays well on their home floor. And if they do that, they can really set the tone for this series.
Well, we'll see if they can capitalize. I mean, that's what you work hard all regular season for, is to have the advantage of game 1 in your building. I'm with you there. I think you got to give them the early nod as favorite.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, James Harden is a great offensive player, but there's no mistaking it. He does dominate the ball. Now, that can bother teammates sometimes, but Coach Mike D'Antoni says when they feel that paycheck every 2 weeks, that should make them play hard. You have to be a star in your role. So when James gets the ball to you, shoot it, and then run back and play hard as heck. Kevin?
Thanks. He's a great passer, David. There's no doubt he can set the table. Tip-off goes to Houston. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Gibson is the 4 with Towns in the middle. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Teague, and it's Butler in at the 3.
And, you know, that's the hustle and nose for the ball that P.J. Tucker possesses. You've got to get a body on him.
Teague hits to Wiggins. Now the dish to Butler. Towns sets the pick for Butler. Here's Gibson. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Ariza with the bucket.
For sure. And Ariza with those long arms, they really aid him in being able to get these tough contested shots over the defense.
Now here's Teague. In the corner, Gibson with it. On the clock, outside Butler. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Harden. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And the degree of difficulty, Harden showing great poise. Doesn't get thrown off by the aggressive defense at all.
Got a piece of it. Banked in off the glass.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Ball against Teague. Butler in the corner. Drills it from outside. Butler's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And Butler knows he's got the green light to shoot whenever he wants to, especially when it's a catch-and-shoot situation.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Capella over to help. Outside Butler. Wiggins outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Paul.
The defense has to be better. I mean, they were fortunate that he missed that mid-range jumper. It certainly wasn't because of the defense.
Count it.
Tremendous speed on the drive. Harden is consistent in attacking the basket.
Minnesota off to a slow start, trailing by 5. And Harden comes to help. Teague with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
From 10 feet out, and it's Capella missing.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Here's Gibson. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
And I tell you what, guys, Teague is just not looking for his own shot. I mean, a dependable point guard who shares the rock well.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Pass to Towns. The feed to Butler. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Finished off the break. Harden's got 8 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Houston.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Throw good, Wiggins.
A decent free throw shooter is Wiggins, trying to become more than that, though, given how often he gets himself to the line.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. Rockets leading by 3. Here's Harden on the wing. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
Now here's Wiggins. The Timberwolves again can't hit. It's Harden with the drive. Here's Capella. He goes up again, and Harden lays it in. He's got 12.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Towns wide open. Misses off the left iron.
Like the shot selection. They couldn't cash in with no defense in the area, but still, they'll take that shot every day and for a month of Sunday.
Stolen by Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Man, I love how easily Harden fills it up. Scores in so many ways, making it look easy.
Here's T. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Poked away. Here's Paul. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
Here's Teague. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Teague with a clean look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And the 3-ball is a nice weapon in Teague's arsenal. He's dangerous from out there, surprisingly so.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Outside Butler. And they double up Butler. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Tucker. By himself. Finishes the break with a slam.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
Here's T. Following the score by Houston. It's tipped. Here's Gibson. And another shot. And Capella sends it back.
And every season, Capella has improved as a shot blocker. Timing, awareness, recognition. He's really good at erasing shot attempts.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they've worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb and the execution even better.
And Minnesota has possession. The Rockets making the shot. Harden outside. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists in the game.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Now here's Teague, and a wide open look here for Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing. Here's Harden, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Anderson, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And Bahamute comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Gordon in for Trevor Ariza. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Bielitsa, he checks in for Gibson. Crawford comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And Jones subbed in for Teague.
You really got to appreciate how smart Harden is. Incredible at changing pace and gears quickly. Keeps the defense very much off balance.
Crawford outside. Towns, high post. Another miss by Minnesota. Rockets leading by 17. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, you see the great reach as well as the relentless pursuit shown by Towns. He's simply saying, not here, not now, not in my house.
Now here's Crawford. Towns, a screen on Gordon. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Green, he's checked in for James Harden. And a change for the Timberwolves. Jang, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Jones. Kicks it to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Off target with the open look.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Jones with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And again, unable to change momentum here. Paul goes in, uses the glass to finish the layup.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
Timberwolves trail by 21. Crawford outside. Jang with a screen on Gordon. And they double up Butler. Jang with the screen for Crawford. And the pass to Jang. Jones, no one around him. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Where was the defense? Come on now. Where was it? No idea how they gave up that open look.
Shots good by Green.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now here's Jang. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Crawford outside. Back to Jones. Here's Butler. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Now here's Jones. There's a screen. Butler kicks to Bielitsa. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
And I like the decisions Butler makes with the ball. He's a solid passer and really has a nice feel for how to get his teammates open and clean looks.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
Here's Crawford. Following the score by Houston, it's Bielitsa and another three for Minnesota.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
When you're guarding Gordon, you've got to be careful. He excels at drawing fouls and playing through contact.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
And Gordon just continues to prove why he's so valuable. I mean, he knows he's out there to shoot the ball, and he does it very well.
All free throws good from Eric Gordon. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. Zhang, a screen. They set the pick. Shot from the low block. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And that's now 7 points for Butler.
Well, I tell you what, he's not going to give in to the defense. Butler really is ferocious. Great job finishing off these tough shots.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, their offense has really been productive this half, and I absolutely love the shots they've taken so far.
Bielitsa off target from three-point range.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Timberwolves trail by 20. Outside Butler. Knocks it loose. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
I mean, with the amount of turnovers they've committed, it's no wonder they're in the position they're in right now.
Rose, he's checked in for Tyus Jones. There's 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Paul gets it to go in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Bielitsa. 6 points for him, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Houston. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Green, and it's Green slamming it down.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Here's Butler. The rebound by Anderson. Johnson against Crawford. Misses the layup. From past the arc, James Harden getting it done for Houston. going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We'll return shortly. You talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
Fortunately, I've always been vertically challenged, so I've never had to play power forward or center on anybody's team. I've been passing and getting into the lane, dishing the ball off to a teammate, helping people score my entire career.
Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific player.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. In quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
I think they've played great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Rose is out there with Crawford. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Gorgie Dang. And it's Bielitsa in at the 4 spot. Here's Crawford after Eric Gordon's bucket. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Gordon. Here's Green, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Foul. Elbow. 2.
Houston shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Taking 2 shots. Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Minnesota making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. And both free throws good for Green. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Outside Rose. Double team on Rose. No good that time. Some solid D from Paul.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And so it's Minnesota with it, following the score by Houston. Gordon against Crawford. Will it go? So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, magnet for fouls. Wiggins' explosiveness gives him a great advantage against most any defender.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. That free throw, no good for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Anderson. Lisa comes in for Gerald Green. And it's James Harden in for Paul. Taj Gibson's checked in for Minnesota. Teague comes in for Jamal Crawford. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Yep, that one goes. 8 points for Eric Gordon.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
Now here's Wiggins. Back to Rose. Looking for Gibson. He gets it there. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And that's the role they want for Rose, getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Harden.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Minnesota making a switch here. Towns is checked in. And both free throws good for James Harden. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And Gordon over to help. Outside Rose. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got his 4th rebound in this one.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Towns sets the pick for Rose. He feeds it to Towns. Poke loose. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Rockets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Here's Johnson, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on Minnesota.
And the versatility Johnson offers, it can't be forgotten. I mean, this is a guy that can play 3 to 4 positions, a lights-out shooter who also has that clutch gene.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. Johnson hits them both. Minnesota's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Gibson passes to Rose. Towns down low. Capella's there, and Capella sends it back. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And that one drops for him.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Teague after Joe Johnson's score. Dishes it to Wiggins. 6 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Johnson. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Capella's got his first 2 points of the night.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Now here's Rose. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Nice play inside. The refined footwork really separates Towns from most other young bigs.
Now here's Rose. Following the miss by Trevor Ariza. Rose dishes to Towns. Back to Rose. Towns, a screen on Johnson. The kick out to T. Off the mark and a bad shot there. Rockets have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. And the basket by Johnson.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Capella with the bucket.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Rockets with the rebound.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
Here's Rose. James Harden picking up that last basket. Teague with the ball, and it's Gordon picking him up. Teague kicks to Wiggins. Towns sets the pick for Wiggins. Wiggins drawing the double team. The high post shot, and it's off the back rim, no good.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
You know, it's okay to give up a few if you're getting them back on the other end, but that hasn't been the case here.
Here's Gibson. James Harden picking up that last basket. Here's Rose. Good work defensively by Capella.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
So it's the Timberwolves now after Joe Johnson's score. Gibson the screen. Towns kicks to Wiggins. Wiggins drawing the double team. Towns with it and guarded by Capella. Here's Gibson. That one's in. Only his fourth make against 9 total shots.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And he gets it to go.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Feeds it to Wiggins. Gibson with the screen on Johnson. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Aggressiveness is fine, but you can't be this over-aggressive. I think he's got to dial it back some. They need him on the floor.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. And Bahamute comes in for Trevor Ariza. And a change for the Timberwolves. Jones checked in for Rose. And Capella over to help. Here's Teague. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Teague's got 5.
And, you know, the quickness of Teague's release came into play there. Any hesitation on his jumper, and he might not have gotten it off.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's Teague. The Rockets making the shot. And the shot goes down. Towns has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk.
Yeah, for sure. That was a take no chances, take no prisoners slam right there, guys.
So it's the Timberwolves now, following the score by Houston. Gibson the screen. With the fadeaway, Karl Anthony Towns again. 9 points in the game so far.
Perfect touch from mid-range. I mean, the subtleties of Towns' game, part of what makes him unique, his size and his skill set, and also his maturity as a young player. Very impressive.
Now here's Teague after Eric Gordon's miss. Great positioning on the putback. 10 points for Taj Gibson. And for the Rockets, their shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. Capella with the bucket.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Jones, the pass to Teague. Inside, Towns. And he banks in the layup.
And this is where Towns loves to get busy. Doesn't matter who's on him. This is his space.
Capella with the bucket.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And Minnesota has possession. Towns, the screen. Wiggins outside. Knocked loose. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
Houston making some changes. Anderson, he's checked in for Capella. Gerald Green comes in for Eric Gordon. And Paul's subbed in for James Harden. Minnesota also making some changes. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Gibson. Butler comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Crawford in for T. Left side, Anderson. And it's Green slamming it down.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Here's Bielitsa. The Rockets making the shot.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Gorgie Dangs checked in for Towns. There's Crawford with the 3. Mbamute pulls it in. Now the Rockets with it. Here's Green, and Jones sends it back. 1:37 left in the second quarter. And so here is Houston. Here's Green.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of it.
Pass to Bielitsa. Outside, Jones to stop the run. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Tell you what, it does not matter who's shooting. The defense has got to be better at getting a hand up on long-range shooters. You've got to challenge the shot.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
So it's the Timberwolves now. The Rockets making the shot, and there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's 47 seconds left in the second quarter. Screen by Jones. 5 to shoot, to the paint. It doesn't go for him. And Houston the other way now. And it's the Rockets on the break. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Here's Crawford. 23 seconds left now here in the second. Jang, a screen. Crawford kicks to Butler. Offline with his 3. Tucker with the ball. Bielitsa's there. Tucker can't get it to go.
And that layup is usually going in, especially when the defense is as lazy as that. Well, that's another good rebound for him. Hasn't mattered at all that he's given up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor.
And so it's Houston enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Andrew, they shot the lights out in the first half. What has to change?
Get back. Focus on getting back, guarding your man, and not taking these real.
It starts with a man-on-man challenge. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Halfway through this round one matchup of the NBA playoffs, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, and Shaq. Looking at Houston, boy, have they ever started this series off on the right foot. They've thrown down the gauntlet here in Game 1 with their intensity and effectiveness on both ends of the floor. Now, they've got a little bit of an intimidation factor going into the second half. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
I'll tell you what, James Harden has reached a new level offensively. It's the threat of the score, the threat of the pass, and the ability to completely control the pace of the game. He's also developed as a leader, the kind that younger guys can learn from and look up to.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, Ernie. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they could forget about a comeback.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
And as we return to Houston, Texas, a terrific look at the skyline here. The Toyota Center, part of that great landscape. Welcome back as we get set to continue our coverage of this round one playoff matchup. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And through the first two quarters, he was extremely aggressive, picked up a number of steals.
Yeah, a real game changer in that regard, too. I mean, his activity was great. Excelled at finding ways to come up with those steals.
And welcome back to the NBA playoffs as we get ready to continue with this round one matchup. Minnesota shooting a meager 37% for the game. The two pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. Clint Capella is out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Ariza in at the small forward. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Here's Harden, and the layup falls. Harden's got the first basket of the third quarter for Houston.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's the screen. Here's Wiggins. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists in the game.
An excellent score off the dribble. Wiggins starting to excel in the catch-and-shoot game, too.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
For Houston, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
One shot, mind the lanes.
That's good from Capella.
Well, I tell you what, it's really impressive how Capella has improved his role so quickly, Kevin. I mean, he's a starting caliber center known for his defense, but continues to make strides on offense, too.
Rockets have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And the shot goes in. Capella's got 21 in the game.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Teague dishes to Butler. Passes to Towns. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
The 3 from Harden. Kept alive by Houston. Capella, and good that time. Capella's got 9 points now in the quarter.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Towns sets the pick for Teague. He kicks it to Butler. He dishes it to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. A putback, and it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got 17 now.
Boy, the relentless nature of Towns snatches the offensive board, then converts it into points efficiently and effectively done.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
It's stolen by Ariza. There's the dish to Capella. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. T kicks to Towns. No good on the 3.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bageled in the second.
Harden's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Towns sets the pick for Butler. Towns the screen. Off the screen, and Capella sends it back. And Towns the bucket on the assist by T. And that's now 19 points for Karl Anthony.
Oh, goodness. Talk about bringing the heat, the thunder, and the lightning on that pound. And you might as well ride him, Kevin. When he's hot like that, feeling it, Capella needs to be ridden and ridden hard.
Now here's Teague. He's got 5 to the middle. Stolen by Harden. Capella goes in, and the dunk by Capella.
Tell you what, Kevin, there aren't many players who would have even seen that pass, but when we're talking about Chris Paul, he's got unique vision, unlike most anybody else.
Gibson the screen. Wiggins against Harden. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And the dunk by Capella.
Sheer power there from Capella. Not an easy guy to contain when he's going up with the shot.
Here's Teague. Towns sets the pick for Teague. Pass to Towns. Inside. Shot's good by Gibson. Gibson's got 12.
Yes, he did. Having a big who can locate the open man the way Towns does puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And the shot goes down.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Okay. Getting a little physical. I like that. I like that reference.
Harden outside. 9 feet out. Rebound, Minnesota. Teague the pass to Wiggins. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 9 assists now tonight. Hall, good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. Wiggins kicks to Butler. Towns sets the pick for Butler. A nice shot by Teague. 7 points in the game.
Hey, Teague's not a big guy, but he's not really pint-sized. Nonetheless, impressive work for the little fella to get it done inside.
And so here is Houston. Paul kicks to Capella. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. The feed to T. Kicks to Towns. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Towns has got 10 points here in the second half. Houston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Ariza with the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Towns. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Houston.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And you know what's impressive about Towns to me, guys, at this young age? The preparation he puts into each and every game. He's a true pro in that regard.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for the Rockets. And then for Minnesota, Bjelica, he checks in for Gibson. Crawford comes in for Jimmy Butler. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for T. And Towns drops them both. And for Houston, they're shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. They get it back. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got 31 points.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
It's deflected.
A rare rejection that time from Tucker, using that long reach, though, and times it perfectly.
And he gets the bucket. 33 points for Clint Capella.
He's been on the roll this quarter, really leading the way for his team right now.
Rose up on top, defended by Paul. Towns sets the pick for Wiggins. And he makes the bucket, true contact, and gets the whistle, too.
Boy, I tell you, when Wiggins attacks now, good things seem to happen. Now a potential and one. Boy, this young fella's got major talent.
The Timberwolves shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. Houston making some changes. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Capella. And Bahamute comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Green in for Trevor Ariza. And a change for the Timberwolves. Zhang's checked in.
1 shot.
Houston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And the dunk by Bahamute.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
Now here's Rose. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Bjelica misses.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting. Chris Paul has got that hot hand going.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Zhang, a screen. A three-pointer. Wiggins. The Rockets pull it in. Gordon's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. That one falls. Paul's got 14 points.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Rose kicks to Zhang. Wiggins against Paul. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 16 points for Chris Paul.
Tell you what, on any given night, Chris Paul can go absolutely bonkers, and this is one of those nights.
Rose, good.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Crawford after Eric Gordon's bucket. Crawford kicks to Wiggins. Down low. Crawford outside. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, strange that he bricked that one. I mean, no clue where the defense was, and tell you what, they got very lucky.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Crawford missing again. Here's Houston now. They're on an 18-7 run. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Rose. The Rockets haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he makes the first. Jones checked in for Minnesota. And both free throws good for Gordon. Minnesota shooting well, 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half. Crawford, no luck.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
That one goes in. 16 points for Eric Gordon.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's Jang. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Crawford kicks to Wiggins. There's the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock to end the run. Offensive rebound. Outside, Jones. Crawford outside. Crawford missing again.
The tough shots aren't going down for him right now, but neither are the easy ones. I mean, he's got to find the rhythm somehow.
And it's Gordon missing.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Wiggins kicks to Bielitsa. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Crawford, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Crawford's got 6 points.
Staying alert and aware. Wiggins sees his man flash to an open spot. Pass is right on the money.
The Timberwolves shooting around 41% on the night. It's Bielitsa. Jang. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
Now here's Crawford. He's got 6. And Jones has it in the corner. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in. Locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Crawford kicks to Jones. They set the pick. Here's Wiggins. Great D that time from Green. Houston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And there's Eric Gordon on the assist by Paul. Gordon's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
No good on the 3. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Houston on top, running away with it. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
And all we're doing is thinking about our offense. Not playing any defense. Can't win like that.
Tom Thibodeau obviously frustrated, wanting to see more stops on the defensive end.
And no doubt about it, the best teams are those that can kind of hunker down when they need to and force the other side into taking bad shots.
And we're back to the action here in this round one matchup. So on the floor for Minnesota, Gorgie Dang is out there with Cole Aldridge. Then it's Jones. And it's Bielitsa in at the 3 spot. Jones with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Jones kicks to Georges Hunt. It's Bielitsa. Here's Jang. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Now here's Jones after Eric Gordon's miss. On the wing, Green. From 16 feet away, he cans it.
Well, I love Eric Gordon as a combo guard. He's a multi-talented player who can play either guard position.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. It's Bielitsa. Buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Houston making some changes. Nene comes in for Mbamute. And it's James Harden in for Gordon.
Shooting one.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Now here's Jones. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter, and Harden comes to help, and taken away by Johnson. One-on-one fast break. Harden can't hit. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started, and Bielitsa has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Now here's Jones. Harden missing his last shot. Jones, the pass to Georges Hunt. Taken away by Nene. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Joe Green. 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That's good from Green. Both free throws good from Green. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Green. And Green slams it in.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Here's Bielitsa. The Rockets making the shot. Back to Jones. And the pass to Bielitsa. Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Shooting for Houston, Joe Green. At the line for 2.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Now here's Jones. Jang with the screen for Jones. Shot clock at 6. Here's Nene, and Nene slams it in.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kill, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Georges Hunt. Another miss by Minnesota.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those days. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Sometimes it's just not working for you.
Harden against Jones. Passes it to Georges Hunt. There's a screen. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Guys, hard enough to win in this league, but when you continue to hurt yourself because of miscues, makes it all the more difficult.
Well, you put yourself in a tough spot. I mean, 8 points yielded off turnovers this quarter already.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Minnesota. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. The Rockets making the shot. Rose against Harden. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Yeah, and Rose is used to getting knocked around, especially with the force he drives the basketball. But how about the exceptional body control there?
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw, good, Rose.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, certainly a step up from the first half. They're more engaged, more focused here in this second half, and they're getting good results.
Here's Bielitsa following the score by Houston. The kick out to Rose. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. The fadeaway, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Johnson. They get the rebound. Harden makes it off the glass. Harden's got 35 in the game.
And sometimes, Kevin, there's just no way to stop Harden. When he's that close, I mean, he's going to get his shot off over the defense.
Outside Rose. Over to the wing. Here's Jang. Got a piece of it. Harden against Rose.
And Harden is fearless. Awesome at gutting the defense and making them send him to the line. He just knows how to draw fouls and get himself to the stripe.
At the line for 2.
Two.
That free throw good from Harden. Both shots good from the stripe. For Minnesota, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Zhang with a screen on Harden. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Yeah, giving away possessions here and really giving away the game.
Just in this quarter alone, they've already given up 10 points off turnovers. That's really how you can gift wrap the game for your opponent.
Basket good. Harden's got 39.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Now here's Rose. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's on Nene.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And so Jones nails both of them. Rocket shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. Takes a shot at the elbow, offensive rebound, Nene. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game, phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
Outside, Jones. They double him with Nene. Knocks it loose, stolen by Nene. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Well, that's as easy as it gets, quite honestly. Riding solo and coasting all the way to the rack. No simpler than that.
Now here's Jones. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Took him no time at all on that one. Green's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Fast breaks yield easy buckets, guys. They've made the most of their chances in that regard. The defense not able to get set. You get a running start to the rim, you should get a good number of scoring chances that way.
And it goes down 2 points. Harden's got 41.
Running it down their throats. 3 straight baskets there in transition.
Rose kicks to Zhang. He feeds it to Jones. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Jones. And the Rockets making a change here. Paul's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Butler's checked in. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls. How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Yeah, right. I don't know how much weight that carries, Kevin.
Here's Paul. Here's Green. And the layup is good. Green's got 29.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Jones for 3. That shot off the mark. And the Rockets take it the other way.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And here's Anderson from the arc. Rose with the rebound. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. Good work defensively by Paul.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
The Timberwolves shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Butler passes to Bielitsa. They double him with Green. And there's the call on Nene. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And Bahamute is checked in for Nene. Jang, a screen. Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And Minnesota has possession. 5 to shoot. Here's Rose. Offensive rebound. It's stolen by Green. And Bahamute inside. Bielitsa's there, and the basket is good.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Poke loose. Johnson down low, and he makes the bucket, true contact, and gets the whistle too.
Another turnover there leading to a basket.
And they've really made the most of all those chances they've had from these turnovers. It's really driving their offense right now. Actually, it's their best offense.
Chi, he's checked in for Houston.
Shooting 1.
That's good from Johnson. Here's Minnesota. Pass to Bielitsa. Inside. Shot to stop the run. Butler, no good. Houston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. And love how Paul seeks out his teammates. Superb at slicing the D to pieces with his passing.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Butler with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. 6 to shoot. And they double up Butler. Launches it. Rockets with the rebound.
That's unacceptable shot selection there, Kevin. I mean, why on earth did he think that was a good look?
That one drops for him.
a tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down and what will be a win here in Game 1 of the series for Houston.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for James Harden.
Boy, it was nice seeing him do his thing on offense, wasn't it? Turned it up a notch and flat out pulverized the defense.
Butler. The kick out to Rose. Inside. Got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're up. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
What a way to start the series. If this game is any indication, he's going to be an unstoppable force the next few games. In the corner, it's Jang. That's tipped out of bounds. Houston takes possession. There's 45 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Baseline jumper. Paul can't get it to go. Rose against Paul. Rose kicks to Jones. And the pass to Bielitsa. Back to Jones. And they double up Butler. Just 4 to shoot. Mba Amute with the steal. Goes up. And the dunk by Amute.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it, and that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
He got right to the cup using that screen. 6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's G. Another shot. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into Game 2.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I mean, I don't know. You know, it was just our defense. You know, obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA Western Conference quarterfinals. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.